right, we back with an early edition of Free Agency Spotlight. If you didn't catch it last night, we went live on some value free agents out there for the Lions. And one of the guys we talked about was Roby. I'm going to highlight him here today. It's Motor City Sports Talk. I appreciate everybody for checking in. Blessings to the brothers and sisters out here. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. And Roby, if you didn't know, was a Super Bowl 50 champion when Peyton Manning won his last title, and the defense pretty much carried him, to be exact. But he was a third corner, nickel corner, I believe, with Talib and Chris Harrison in Denver. He had a little bit ups and downs, but he got a lot of potential. He turned 27 in May, I believe. He's 26 right now. 5'11", 192 pounds. Was from Fort Worth, Texas. Played high school ball in Georgia. Was a first-round pick, number 31 overall pick. He's been with the Broncos since 2014, so 4 seasons, going on 5 seasons in the NFL come next year. He got 7 forced fumbles in his short career, 3 sacks, 7 interceptions, 60 pass deflections, and he got 2 defensive touchdowns. And Roby is known as a ball hawk, very good corner, a lot of potential. In Denver, they on the line about bringing him back, but he's one of those dudes that's a value pick. He ain't getting break the bank to bring him in Detroit. That's what I'm talking about. And he can pay big dividends. It kind of could be like a Glover Quinn or Golden Tate signing. A guy maybe that just been, not in the right situation in Denver. I think pretty much that might would have been, pass rush kind of fell off, so maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe it just didn't fit. But I think it'd be a good fit for him. And he was from Ohio State. For a lot of people hate Ohio State like me, but he can play, and I think he'd be a really good fit for the Lions, man. I don't think Nevin Lawson to beat him out. I think he can do what we do well, covering man coverage, covering zone coverage. I think he can get better in that. But not the biggest corner, but he's an athlete, man. He's a ball hawk. He picked the balls off. He forced fumbles. He get turnovers. And, you don't have to have a superstar, at both corner positions. You got to have a guy that can be an athlete, that can stick with these guys, and that can hold up. And I think he's head, shoulder, knees, and toes above Nevin Lawson and Mike Ford. And I think, adding him, it helps. And then adding a rookie and keeping Mike Ford, and you got Jamal Agnew. I think you got a ton of depth there. And I just like the pickup. I think he got a lot of potential. He's still young, a lot of football. God willing, should be ahead of him, but he's an ideal fit for the Lions. He don't break the bank. You don't have to trade an asset for him. Somebody that's hungry. You know what I'm saying? 2-3 year deal. He hungry to cash in. Athlete. You know what I'm saying? Proven. Super Bowl battle tested. Playoff battle tested. Been in big games. Had great mentors in Talib and Chris Harris. And, battle tested. I think Wade Phillips was defensive coordinator with the Broncos for a minute. Can play man coverage, like I said before. Him and Darius Slay are 2 excellent man coverage corners. Got the size, got the speed, you know what I'm saying? And he went to DBU. It's 2 DBUs, LSU and Ohio State. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate Ohio State, but they produce some hell of a players, and, I don't think he's going to be in high demand. He's really down the top 100 Sports Illustrated list. He's like number 60 or 40 or something like that on their list. So, it's a guy that you can, on day one, you could be at his door. You're probably going to be the only guy at his door. And you can get him day one with a nice deal. Because he's not sure if he's going to cash in like that. You know what I'm saying? They still got the kid from the Eagles with the torn knee is the top-rated cornerback. And you got a healthy cornerback right here that may have some ups and downs. But, hey, if you can get through and you believe in your coaching and you can, you feel like he fits your scheme. And I think he do fit what Matt Patricia want to do. And Patricia puts a premium, unlike Martin Mayhew did as the general manager of the Lions. He puts a premium on defensive backs. He know in order to be a good defense, you got to have really good defensive backs that can hold up in coverage and man coverage. So he puts a premium on that. He know Roby got a lot of potential. I know potential can get you killed, but he's already unleashed on some of that potential. I just think Denver might not have been an ideal situation with just Von Miller rushing the passer, Shane Ray never living up to the hype. And when they got DeMarcus Lawrence, but he's a good corner. You know what I'm saying? And you can get him at a reduced price rather than trading for Jalen Ramsey or trying to trade for Patrick Peterson. And, you know, drafting Greedy Williams, I mean, you got a battle-tested corner right here. You know, if you draft a cornerback, it's going to take a while for them to get adjusted to the NFL. It's so many Marcus Peters and Marshawn Lattimores out there that have impact All-Pro or Pro Bowl rookie seasons that you can't really, you know, depend on a rookie cornerback to come in here and get the job done. So I'm really keyed in on Bradley Roby being one of the guys that the Lions get, because he fits the scheme, he fits the pay scale, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to break the bank, and he's hungry to get a big contract in the near future. And he can play. You know what I'm saying? And you putting him on turf for 8 games instead of being outside in Denver where you slipping and falling in the cold. You could be a chance that Denver can still make a play for him, but I believe he's an unrestricted free agent if I'm not mistaken. Ideal fit for the Lions, man. Value pick, won't break the bank, and like I said before, can play the game. You know, you put him next to Darius Slay, Quadre Diggs, Tracy Walker, wherever they choose to get the running back with Quadre, maybe Landon Collins or Trey Boston or something like that. You know, I think it's an upgrade from what you had last year. You won't have a revolving door at the number 2 spot like we had the last 3 years with DJ Hayden, Nevin Lawson, Deshaun Shedd, Nevin Lawson, Mike Ford. You know what I'm saying? And then you got depth. Mike Ford is, I think, going to be a stud in this league. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think, you know, Jamal Agnew will get better. His knee injury wasn't that bad, and he'll figure it out in the slot. And if he don't, you always put Nevin Lawson back in there or Mike Ford back in there at the slot and roll your dice. But, hey, free agent spotlight, Bradley Roby. Let me know what you guys think. And I'll do one on John Brown, but I'll get to the offense. I'm clearing out defense right now. So hopefully you appreciate them. We done 4 of them, I think, already. First was Clowney. Second was Dante Fowler. Third was Ndamukong Suh. And fourth was C.J. Mosley, linebacker from the Ravens. And now we're doing 5. Outside the live show is 5. Appreciate it. If you missed the live show, it's the last video I did. Mercy Sports Talk, your boy C.J. Goodfellow. Appreciate everybody. We gone.